Good morning, good morning. It is Tuesday the 2nd of May. And it is, oh my word, it's 20 past 11 in the morning. So I better get my skates on. I've done a few chores this morning and I have just had my breakfast, well, late breakfast. And just decided what we're having for dinner tonight. So we're going to have, I'll just move my tea. So we're going to have a recipe out of Jamie Oliver's veg. And I think we might have bought this in lockdown, just before lockdown. And we're going to have mushroom stroganoff. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. So we've been really good this last sort of 2-3 years in trying to eat some vegetarian and not so good with eating vegan. So I think I've got everything. So I was just going through the store cupboard. We're supposed to have gone food shopping this week. And those of you who've been here for a while know that we hate going food shopping. It's not so much like getting up and going and everything and going to get it. It's all the palaver of like, get it out your trolley, put it in your trolley, get it out your trolley, pack it away, put it in the car, bring it home, unpack it. So we were having a conversation the other day to see if we could go once a month. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. Yes, I've just been sitting here, drinking the tea. It's the Bird and Blend hot cross bun tea. I think I might have enough for one, maybe two. Cups or pots. I made myself a pot, which is a luxury. Tea out of a pot, and I've just been sewing up. I'm currently making this. I do like my patterns, my old-fashioned patterns. This is how I was introduced to knitting. What I saw my nana and maybe my mum like knit. They would have a pattern, or it would be something like a pattern out of a magazine like Woman's Weekly or something. How cute is that little one? She looks just like the girl who does my nails. Absolute image, but she's like this lady, she's what, 30, 31, I say girl, yeah. So if I remember, I'll take this in and I'll say to her, "Hi, what were you doing 30 odd years ago?" Looks a spit. So it's knitted flat. So you knit the back, you knit the front. It's like a cape, so it comes over your shoulders. And I thought it would be an ideal piece of clothing for my daughter to throw over Bonnie. Because poor little thing, sometimes she's like in the car, out the car, in the car, out the car. She's got 3, so it's kind of, she has to fit in with everybody else. So I've been very good, out my stash. Sirdar Snuggly Baby the Crofter. So it comes up like a fair effect. Yes, so it's beautiful. It's really soft. And it's something that you just throw in the washing machine and put on the dryer. And I think it's, what is it? What's the ingredients? It's an acrylic. It's 55% nylon, 45% acrylic. So it comes in 50-gram balls, 165 metres, 179 yards. And my daughter just needs things that she can put in the washing machine and then just dry. And I originally bought this for Fred. Didn't get around to it. I was going to make like a little cardigan set. So I thought I'd make this for Bonnie. So I sat here. I honestly thought I was going to get this finished last night, but it didn't. Because when you're sewing up, it just takes forever. So this is the back. Look how pretty that is. And I think that will go quite a lot of things. So it's a good thing to just stuff in a bag for the baby. I don't even know how to show you this properly. I didn't think it was very long, but yeah, it is. This is just going up. I think this is because this is garter stitch. But I'll spray it and then it should be okay. Should lay flat, I mean. So I think I've just got to pick the stitches up here, go right the way round. And I think there's a button. So I think I'll just sort of do a little chain and then that's it. And then sew the ends in. So I've just spoken to my daughter, and she said, "Oh, should you're on a real like mauve kick at the moment," which I didn't realise. I started this last weekend, I think. Yeah, I'm making age 1 to 2. It says you only need 100 grams, 1 to 2, 250-gram balls, but I've broken in to my 3rd ball. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh, I should have weighed that before, shouldn't I? It'll be interesting to see how much more I use. There won't be much more, but maybe I'll have enough to make a baby cardigan for somebody. So yeah, I was making it, and then this side, the right side, it was all like this. What am I doing? And I started in the wrong place and sewed it up. So I just had to sit here and undo that. And I was like, leave it, do it later. But sometimes, I don't know, you just have to, I just have to do it. I could walk away now and leave it. So what am I going to do now? Yeah, I've got a couple more housey jobs to do, and then I think, if I try and get those done by 12, they're not big jobs, and then maybe go back to that quilt. So yeah, I just had a quick look at the comments. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining me yesterday and sharing, sharing your time with me. So what did you do at the weekend? Let me know. Comment down below. And if you have made a quilt, or you'd like to make a quilt, or you wouldn't like to make a quilt, let me know. And that's it for the minute. So I think I'm going to love and leave you and edit this. So this is going to take some time as well out my day, which is fine. We'll see how we go. So I'll speak to you later. Bye. More hills. Send a call to the mole man. Look how beautiful the blossom is. Oh my word, it's so pretty. So pretty on the apple trees. Oh, beautiful. Hear the birds singing. Oh, just beautiful. Hello. I've done my housey jobs, and I thought while it was nice out here, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yesterday was quite a drizzly day. So I just come down to the greenhouse. We're trying to get this up, set and running this year. We started last year, and then something got in the greenhouse and just trashed everything. So we kind of gave up, but yes, there's a lot of preparation work. So we cleaned up the greenhouse, that's all done. So I was just going to go outside to do the path and get that done. I saw some muck and moss and that on there, so I thought I'd just do that. Oh, the tree pollen's really getting to me. We've got some new neighbours. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see them? Can you make out what they are? They're lovely, fluffy, alpacas. There's three of them. Thought that was just the jacks at the moment. Yes, we've got new neighbours and they bought some alpacas and got them all set up and everything. But where we are down here, it means the jacks can see them. And as we've got 5, yeah, we just want to be extra safe. So I go mental the other week. So I've got to put a fence up. There is a fence. Both sides. There was a fence when we came here, and there was a fence when they put a fence up before they got them. But the noise was unbelievable. I don't think the jacks could get in there, and the terriers, so they'll do what terriers do. We've phoned and found somebody that could come and perhaps put some fencing up, just like a screening fence, because we'd still like to be able to enjoy them, even though they're not ours. So the guy phoned to say that he was running late. He was behind with work. So he couldn't come the day he promised. He'd be here the day after, and he's not turned up, which is really annoying. So we've just had a conversation, as to, I don't know what his reasoning is. If he doesn't want the job, just let us know. We'll phone somebody else. But I think Mr. Jackson's going to do it. So let's just get some bamboo fencing. I think our fence is probably 3 foot, 4 foot. It's wire fencing, so I don't think the Jacks will be able to get a footing on it. Here Bronte comes. She's running down. Let me just see if I can get her on camera. Yay! So you make these plans, then we're making something else. We've got the big veg boxes. So we're hoping to make one for compost, but we need it divided because being only 5'2", I can't get in the middle. So if it's divided into 4, it should be a bit easier. So we're learning about compost. We're trying to find out about compost. So any keen gardeners out there, any knowledgeable gardeners, put me some comments down below so that I can, learn something. Right, I'm going to get back to doing this path. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but as it was drizzly, I didn't do it. So I'm trying to make some time today. But I want to go and do my quilt.
Yeah, I'll take the 2 sides.
Oh, you put that in the middle? Okay, I'll make one of them. I feel like this is, what was it, Bruce's game? Generation game.
I'll copy an expert.
Maybe as the weather gets warmer, we'll kind of make a picnic lunch up and bring it down. Just sort of spend the afternoon down here. What do you think? Finish this and then go up and make some lunch. Done. Need to go on the front of the house. So we just need to water them now. Give them a really good soak in. Yeah. So hopefully they're identical, and we'll see who's planted best. Hello. I'm back in the house now. Just looked at myself before. I thought, oh, what a state I look with my hair all scrunched up on my head. Yes, I finished in the greenhouse. That was a nice treat being down there. Joined by Mr. Jacks, showing me how to plant a basket. So Operation Quilt. So I think yesterday when I left you, I was putting the blocks together. So, I had lunch, cleared up, and then I've come up and I've just trimmed my blocks. For anybody that doesn't know quilting, you always make all your blocks, measure them all, and that's why I have like little stickers on there as well, because I make them and lay them out in a certain order. You find which is your smallest block and then trim to whatever that is. So I've just been up here doing that, and not too bad. As it's, fabric is fluid, so you're sewing it through the machine, and it is going to move slightly. And you try your best, but yeah, it's not going in a competition. And I'm pretty pleased. I am. I'm pleased. I've come a long way that I can actually say that I am really pleased. I'm pleased with the colours. I'm pleased with the choice of block. We're supposed to be doing a sampler quilt, and I've practiced lots of blocks and things, but used scrap fabric out of the scrap bag, but I haven't made one yet. So maybe that is something I'm going to rectify. At the moment, this quilt needs to be finished, and then I have another secret squirrel quilt that needs to be finished. And I was about to say will be free, but I'm just thinking Fred's birthday is July. That's the pressure with these grandchildren, is to be able to make something. And if I listen to myself, I should say, Karen, just make them one thing. That's all they need. I was about to say, perhaps need to make Fred a quilt. I asked Freddie if he wanted like a jumper. Like I know his birthday's in July, but we put away till the autumn. And he had a think, and he turned around and went, "No, Grandma, I don't." I thought, oh well, that's me told. So I came across something in my wardrobe. It's finished, but I never got to give it to the recipient. But I do have some extra yarn, so that's what I had in mind for Fred, that I could make him. Let's say he asked for a blanket. He had a thought and asked for a blanket. I was like, oh my word, I'm thinking I'm a bit like blanketed out. But bless him, if he's asked for one, then yes, of course, I must make him one. But I found something. I was like, yay! I could just use up the yarn and make it bigger, and I think that he would love it. Whether I do that or not, I don't know. I just need to get to the other side next week, and once all my projects are made or not made, I'll make a decision. But I made his brother an I Spy quilt. I don't know if you've ever seen those. Do you know when you were a kid and you'd go in the shop and they'd have all the jars of sweets behind you? They're none of this packet sweets, I don't think. They were all in jars and they would weigh them out for you. You can do these and they look as if they're sitting on a shelf, these old-fashioned jars, and you have something on the fabric in the middle that starts with that letter. And Fred was really taken with it. So he probably was about 2, 3, nearly 3. And he come over a couple of times while I was making it and kept looking at the fabric and asking where it was and wanting to look at it. So he's going to be 6. So really, he needs an I Spy quilt. And I did buy some stuff last year when I went to the Birmingham Quilt Show. So maybe I will do that. But first, do not get ahead of yourself, Karen. Sort your quilt out. So I'll take you over. Ta-da-da. Something went wrong with my camera then. It looks a bit lumpy and bumpy, but it isn't lumpy and bumpy in real life. It's because it's on the carpet. And I've not hoovered. I've just been walking over it. But I'm pretty happy with that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this block to that block to that block, and then do the same here and here. So I'll have 3 consecutive, is that right? 3 consecutive blocks, and then to make the top row and the second row come together, I'll just sew along there and the same, and then I'll have a quilt top. Oh, just having a water, I'm thirsty. So that's my plan for today, and then just watching that doesn't fall off. And then I need to lay the backing out, lay the wadding out, and then cut round it. And tomorrow, as I'm going quilting, I'll take it with me. And many hands make light work, so I can just roll it out or iron it all again. Iron it all again, roll it out, and somebody help me, and then just spray it I used to pin my quilts, but then we had a go at this, and this is what we tend to use. So I'll do that and hopefully anchor it down. So I need to make sure, yeah, now that I've said that, I need to make sure that I fill my bobbins. This is what I was saying to you, I've got all those colours in there, and unless I'm going to use them again, I just try and you know, use them on the back of my fabric where you can't see. Right, so I'm going to do that, and I'll see you in a bit, and hopefully I can show you a quilt top. Just to show you a bit of progress, I've sewn all the horizontal blocks. I've sewn the blocks. No, I haven't vertically. So I have a horizontal 3 at the top, a middle, and the bottom. So now I need to sew them horizontally and have one quilt top. Let's see how I go. Alright, missus. What are you after? I know what you're after. You're after a treat, aren't you? Oh, Brunt. I haven't got one, love. Right, okay, we'll need to rectify that. Let's have a cup of tea, darling. Oh, look at a little face. Look at a little face. A cup of tea and a treat, Brunt. We'll go downstairs in a minute, yes? Okay. Oh, right, finished. Well, I've completed the quilt top. I'll just show you. I've laid it on the floor. Ta-da! I'm so chuffed with this. So chuffed with this. Really happy. Really happy with this. Hello. You can see the sea. Oh, my mouth is dry. My mouth is dry. So the quilt top is finished. Yay! So that's done. I'm on target. I'll see if I can. Is that a bit better if I stay away from the camera? Yeah. Yeah. So that's finished. I'm really happy with that. Oh dear. Yeah. So really pleased. So the next stage, as I say, is to lay the backing out and the wadding and cut round it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that job now or do it when I go to class tomorrow. And then think about a frame, if I'm going to frame it. So this is the material that I have. The most of, and I would need to do some calculations, I think. Yeah, well, I definitely don't want to do it in fairies. Yeah, I'm going to, if I'm going to put a frame on, it's going to be this. And then what I will do, and I'm renowned for doing, is, I don't know if I've got a piece that's, I would just sort of take my pieces of waste fabric like that, and then kind of just sew them together to make a binding. Let me just so sort of that kind of idea, and that way I use up as much of my fabric. I was about to say closing my mouth. I'm covering my mouth. So I would do this as my binding all the way round. So if this was my, yeah, I know what I mean. So if I put a frame, it would look something like that. But we're a little way off because I've got the quilting to do first. And as I say, it's just going to be dead easy, just straightforward quilting, straightforward lines. Right, I think, my lovelies, I'm going to leave it there. It is about 4:45 now, and I'm aware that it's nearly 20 minutes what I've edited so far today. And that's about what's up here. So I'm conscious that I'll keep you, I'll turn you off. I don't know. You might get fed up with me. I think I've told you what I've got for dinner. So I'll say goodnight. Let me know. Comment down below what you're working on. What's your project at the moment? Okay. Now I'll see you in the morning. So take care. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.